Hi, I'm Julia. On this channel, I'm going to look at the issues facing our environment and our health. To the best of my ability, I'll summarise and share my review of the evidence with you. In this episode, I ask, if you eat 100% of your food as fruit, vegetables, grains, beans and legumes, will you put yourself at risk of becoming deficient in any nutrients? Let's take a look at the evidence and find out if it is healthy to eat a plant-based diet. If you've already chosen to eat a plant-based diet, I'm sure that the first question you hear when you tell others about your diet is, do you get enough protein without meat and dairy? I'm not sure why people are often concerned about the need for extra protein, especially given the fact that if we get enough calories to eat, we get enough protein. This is also correct for those of us eating a plant-based diet, as plants contain all the proteins that we need. What is protein? Protein is necessary for our body to grow, develop, and to make and repair cells. It's made up of amino acids. We can make many amino acids in our bodies, but there are 9 so-called essential amino acids that we must get from our food. You can eat a plate of food with rice and beans to get the complete amino acid package, but it's not necessary to worry about the complete protein package at every meal. To get all the essential amino acids and all the protein that you need, it's as simple as eating a variety of grains, legumes, nuts and seeds. And I know I said this before, but it's an important fact to remember. If we're getting enough calories, we're getting enough protein. Plant-based foods that contain high amounts of protein include such foods as legumes, which are beans, peas, peanuts, soy and lentils, grains, whole grains, tofu, nuts and nut butters. There are some nutritional changes in a plant-based diet of which it's a good idea to be aware.
No way!
The benefit from this diet is that when people switch to a plant-based diet, they tend to increase the amount of fiber that they eat. This is a good thing, as most Americans don't get enough fiber. Fiber has many health benefits. Foods high in fiber may be lower in calories and can slow down the absorption of food, thus helping to regulate blood sugar levels. High fiber foods can also help in weight management by making us feel full sooner and for longer. More fiber in our diets has been shown to affect the diversity of microbes living in our intestines, which may also be beneficial to our health. On a plant-based diet, it's easier to eat less saturated fat. The substitution of vegetable oils increases polyunsaturated fat intake, which is beneficial for your cardiovascular health. But it is good to keep in mind that not all vegetable oils are the same. Some oils, like coconut and palm oil, are high in saturated fats.
This can't be happening! This has to be a dream!
When it comes to carbohydrates, it's good practice to choose whole foods like brown rice and whole wheat bread, and to avoid refined foods like white rice and white breads, for example. And I recommend avoiding added sugar and completely avoiding sugar-sweetened beverages.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
We need vitamins and minerals for our bodies to function, and we depend upon our food to supply us with what we need. We've all been raised to know that vegetables are good for us. They contain vitamins and lots of micronutrients. One vitamin that plants lack is vitamin B12. And people eating plant-based diets have been found to have a higher likelihood of being deficient in this vitamin. It's important for your health to get enough vitamin B12, as it's necessary for your nervous system, for DNA synthesis, and for red blood cell formation. As you get older, it can become more difficult for your body to absorb the vitamin B12 that you eat in your food. Guidelines recommend that everyone over the age of 50 take a supplement, no matter what their dietary choices. If you're over 50, I suggest talking to your healthcare provider next time you visit about whether you may need a supplement or not. If you eat a plant-based diet, then foods like fortified soy milk and nutritional yeast can help you get enough vitamin B12. Nutritional yeast is a deactivated yeast that contains proteins, fiber, and B vitamins. Another great source of vitamin B12 and other B vitamins is a dark brown sticky spread called Marmite. I grew up eating it in the United Kingdom, so I love the stuff. But if you don't like it on your whole wheat toast, then add it as a flavouring to soups and other dishes. It has a salty and savoury taste and lots of B12. We all know that calcium is a mineral necessary for strong bones and teeth, and it's also used in the body to transmit nerve messages, contract muscles, and helps with heart function and blood clotting. Most people think of milk as the go-to source of calcium. However, you don't need to consume any dairy to get an adequate intake of calcium. You can get calcium from tofu, leafy greens like bok choy and kale, as well as from sesame seeds and almonds. And remember that vitamin D helps your body to absorb calcium, and like calcium, it's essential for healthy, strong bones. Vitamin D is found in mushrooms and legumes. We can also synthesize vitamin D in our own bodies when we're exposed to the sun. Iron is a mineral that helps your body make red blood cells. Meat eaters will often claim that you need meat to avoid anemia, but animals get iron from plants, and we can too. Iron is found in legumes, grains, nuts, seeds, green vegetables, and if you eat these foods with foods containing vitamin C, such as red peppers or citrus fruits, it helps you to increase iron absorption. Iodine is a trace element that's essential to our health. It's necessary for your thyroid gland to function and to control your metabolism. The easy way to ensure that you get enough iodine if you don't consume dairy is to use iodized salt rather than sea salt. There's a lot to learn about nutrition and health, but I'm confident that we humans can stay fully nourished without eating meat and dairy. But what can you do to ensure that you are getting all you need when eating a plant-based diet? Eat a variety of foods. Eat a variety of grains, legumes, fruits and vegetables, and throw in a handful of nuts and seeds each day. Eat whole foods. Cook for yourself as much as you can. This way you'll be able to prepare foods with less salt and no added sugar, and you can use iodized salt. Buy and eat organic and locally grown vegetables wherever possible. To ensure that you get the recommended amount of vitamin B12, choose soy milk, cereals and nutritional yeast that's fortified with this vitamin. Add nutritional yeast to flavor all kinds of foods from salads to soups. Try to get outside into the sunshine for at least 10 minutes each day to produce some vitamin D. This may not always be easy depending on the time of year or where you live, but it's a good practice whenever possible. If you go outside to get some sun, you could also get some exercise. And exercise itself has so many positive health benefits, I have to dedicate an episode just to that topic. Enjoy the incredible diversity of flavors in whole grain plant-based foods. There are now thousands of recipes online and many excellent cookbooks. Whatever diet you choose, I highly recommend limiting your consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages and foods with added sugars. Sugar is a refined carbohydrate with no nutritional value that consumed in excess can be harmful to your health. In conclusion, the evidence is clear that it's possible to eat a plant-based diet and have a nutritious and healthy life. And it gets even better as there are also protective effects on your health that include lowering your blood sugar, lowering cholesterol, and helping you to maintain a healthier weight range. Eating a plant-based diet reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease and high blood pressure, obesity and diabetes. A plant-based diet doesn't contain cholesterol and it's low in saturated fats. If you eat only fruits, vegetables, legumes and whole grains, you may also reduce your risk of getting some cancers. And even better, by eating plants, you are not contributing to the suffering of animals raised as livestock for meat and dairy products. Moreover, you're reducing your personal contribution to greenhouse gas emissions, water consumption and habitat depletion. Eating a plant-based diet truly is a win-win-win for you, for the animals and for the environment. If you want to research further into this topic, I've included a list of references in the video description. For example, I included the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicines website, which is at pcrm.org. It has lots of information, fact sheets and recipes, and I highly recommend it. Please share your comments and let me know if there are future topics that you'd like to see on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and subscribe to Your Care Plan on YouTube. And if you've already subscribed, thank you. Thanks again for watching and see you next time.